Notting Valley's already played in the WC3L, the most famous league, so they are getting a lot of replays out. This map is only used in this ladder tournament. It was only used on ladder. What I can say about it is that there are a lot of creeps which use poison damage and a lot of creeps that have frost armor, which makes it in general annoying for an orc player like KnOfF to creep, since he will most likely go grunts and not headhunters. So he is going to face frost armor and he is going to be able to creep slower on.
Now, if you were in KnOff's shoes, facing those difficulties, how would you counter them?
I've really got no idea, because I really didn't play the map at all. I think KnOfF is just still going to try to first prevent Creo fast creeping. Then he will probably try to get a few big camps on his own. It has no use to creep with one Blade Master and one Grunt, I guess, because that's, if your army gets slowed down already with one Blade and one Grunt, you will creep so slow that you will just lose a lot of time, and it's maybe not worth it. So maybe he will do some harassments first, and then when he actually has more than one Grunt, like when he has 3 or 4 Grunts, so you can creep faster, maybe he will try to get a few fast camps then and try to get level 3 Blade Master at all, after all. Actually, KnOfF using a different build than he used in previous games. That might just do something with the fact that I just said that it's just hard to creep as orc on this map if you only have one Blade and one Grunt.
So, well, maybe we'll see something different from KnOfF. On the other side of things, Creo is going to prop his Ancient of War up a fair distance from his base, as he will dart through and will pick himself up an archer in just a moment to back up his hero, who will, of course, well, we won't say that just yet, but will make his way through, and the scouting has begun as they make their way back into this one. So, a lot of pressure on these two sides. I think, if I'm not mistaken, the brackets do swap over when you drop into the loser bracket, so the winner of this won't face Grubby again, or am I wrong on that fact?
I've got no idea. I won't say anything about it.
I think
I guess that would make sense, because it would be weird if Creo wins now and he has to face Grubby again straight away. So I think they flip it, and the winner of this match will probably face the winner of... I don't think they will even face a loser of the semi-finals. They will maybe face someone else from the loser bracket. Or I'm not sure, I can't say.
He gets a different opponent, says the admin in our ears. Thank you very much. And now we have the Ancient of War making its creeping move up the top with the Wisps and the Archer backing it up. So
KnOfF gonna try to get this level 5. Will he get it? Oh, miss. Oh.
Who was it that stole
KnOfF got it. That was really unlucky for Creo. These creeps actually got the same skill as the Demon Hunter has. It's called Evasion. There was one hit left, and Creo's Demon Hunter hit the creep, but the creep used Evasion, so he missed it, and that made KnOfF able to kill the creep.
Nice work from KnOfF to pick that one up.
Now Creo gets a little bit of luck back, because the creep was actually hitting the mercenary that KnOfF bought, so I can't say that evens out. Now KnOfF has to maybe watch out though, because Creo is going to try to block the Blade Master soon.
He's already lost one of those Wisps, so he doesn't have a great deal left to block the path of that Blade Master, but will give it all his all. Takes it down to 90 points of health. The Blade Master does escape just in the nick of time, but Creo will continue his creeping up the top, and may well lose that Ancient of War if it doesn't get himself to a tree any second now. Oh, falls! A costly mismanagement there from Creo whilst out creeping, and now considering he had a Wisp right next to it as well.
And another mistake by Creo, because actually the Grunt just walked by and got the other level 5 creep as well. And that turned this harass from KnOfF, which wasn't too great at all, turned it into a very good harass, getting both the level 5 creeps and Creo losing his losing his Ancient of War. And as a matter of fact, Creo also basically got the worst item he could possibly get from this camp, or at least in this phase of the game, because this is a completely useless item for his hero right now. And things not looking very good for Creo, which wasn't necessary at all, just pure mistakes.
Mistakes and bad fortune, really, as he makes his way back into it. Now KnOfF will try to pick off one of these, or get a cancellation on one of these Moonwells. Is going to be Creo fighting in his back to give it all he's got, and the Wisp will chime out, but it won't happen. And KnOfF is really scoring a few points at the beginning of this one. His own Grunt sort of holding proceedings up just a second there, and now may lose the Forest Troll Berserker as well if he can't get around the mech. Does so, and now that Blade Master has to escape on 133 health, gets out of there, and they may try and take on the Grunt. I don't think so. I don't think they'll catch that. Yes, they will. Excuse me. As now it looks like KRIO's going to continue his work and continue charting along, but it's really been some fantastic harassment here from KnOfF.
Yeah, fantastic, but also really obvious mistakes of KRIO, though. I think KRIO in top shape wouldn't make those mistakes, but maybe that's the part where he's still a bit rusty, like that things go wrong, but yeah, that was really sloppy. And so far, things looking definitely good for KnOfF. I mean, this went way better than he could have wished for.
But if you don't buy a ticket, you don't win the lottery. And KnOfF has, well, I wouldn't say hit the jackpot at the beginning, but he certainly matched a few of his numbers as he will make his way back and now looking to continue doing the damage to that Blade Master, who has, well, taken a lot in his base, makes his way back, pushes along now and should get out of there. The Wisp is also going to fall again from KRIO. He's lost quite a few of those pushing along, but still the two players back away. What are you expecting to see in terms of attacks any second?
Well, actually we can see the same strat that KRIO used in the first game. He's not going for bears this map, which it surprises me, even though you could say it's logical since he won the first map with Talons and lost the second one with Lords. I would say this map, it's not a bad map for Talons, but after losing your Ancient of War, it's quite risky to go for Talons, I would say. If you would be able to produce some Dryads earlier on tier 2, you might be able to like cover yourself more. But on the other hand, he wouldn't have any Huntress though. So yeah, that's interesting and different at least.
Second hero is up, and we'll give you that in just a second as soon as KRIO makes it abundantly obvious to KnOfF, which he does so right about now. It is the Beastmaster that is out, and almost a three-way point attack onto that Shadow Hunter, which has just been picked up by KnOfF. And in fact, that Shadow Hunter could be very much in the wrong place at the wrong time, down to just 160 points of health. The Blade Master, also not in good nick, will make his way through, and it looks like they will try and pick off these creeps themselves rather than go for anything further as they make their way back. And that will be a successful creep jack from, or maybe not, as coming down from the top there will be one. Yes, we will have the creep jack completed there, but they will focus once again on the Shadow Hunter, and the Shadow Hunter is going to get himself out of there just in the nick of time. So still KnOfF not being given this game just yet.
No, definitely not. Actually, what happened now was exactly what happened on EI when KnOfF tried to grab the Merc camp with the TC and KnOfF stroke his, KRIO stroke his burrows. Kind of the same thing happened now. A really good timing again of KRIO on the other hand. It's quite predictable that this attack would come early tier 2, but still he really came in the right moment. He lost his Troll Berserker though. As you could see, KnOfF did that quite well. He knew the moment he would probably be able to kill the Troll, and he just hacks the Demon Hunter, while the Demon Hunter is the one carrying the Staff of Preservation. Wasn't able to stop the Priest home, even though he popped out of hacks just in time to maybe make a super ultra staff, but he wasn't fast enough, so the Troll died, and waste of money. And yeah, of course he actually needed that Troll later on, because the Troll just really supports the Talons quite well.
Right, now we're going to see the Talon perhaps without the Tauren Chieftain from KnOfF. What is that going to mean in terms of offering an advantage to KRIO? Yeah,
there used to be this logic around that you make Shadowhunter against Lords and you make TC against Talons, and the moment you make one of those two heroes in the wrong situation, you got filled, or either you got tricked by your opponent. Because Night Elf players often used to like hide their Hunter's Hall, so make their opponent think that they will go for Talons, then you get a Tauren Chieftain, and after all they go for bears anyway, and then you're stuck with your Tauren Chieftain against bears. Or if you weren't able to scout and you're just guessing that your opponent went for bears, but instead he went for Talons and you're stuck with Shadowhunter, you would say, oh, well, that did the Elf player really well. It's a mistake from the Orc player. But we actually saw KnOfF earlier on making Shadowhunter against Saza, his opponent in the first round. And I think quite some Chinese Orc players used to switch to this as well, just making Shadowhunter on purpose against Talons. So it obviously offers chances. I mean, it gives you having a Shadowhunter makes you able to kill heroes faster than with a Tauren Chieftain, but it certainly does a lot of less damage than it does on the